And the Air Canada Dreams Take Flight program. You're going to see another sneak peek look at one bringing sunshine into people's lives. And Air Canada has been doing that actually for a number of years through the sky. And no doubt in the last couple of days where most of us are hearing about their fabulous seat sale on where you can save up to about 80%. But I wanted to tell you about something that I learned about just, a few months ago. I'd heard about it, but I actually got a chance to speak with Barbie from Air Canada about it, and that's the Dreams Take Flight program. And they're here to join us today, 2 Air Canada employees, and I want to say volunteers in this Dreams Take Flight as well. Barbie and Gary both join us. And thank you very much for coming in today. I had a chance to meet Barbie when I was taking an Air Canada flight to Jamaica, and we were talking, and I was just so intrigued about Dreams Take Flight. And for people that don't know, Barbie, tell us more about it.
It's an employee-driven project where we've picked special needs children from low-income families, and we take them to Disneyland for one day.
Isn't that amazing? They just get up in the morning, early in the morning, board an Air Canada plane, and away they go for the entire day.
Air Canada, we request a plane that's sitting for 24 hours, and it's sitting waiting at the international airport. 65 children from Edmonton will be boarding this year, and then we fly to Calgary, pick up the rest of the load. We're bringing kids in from the Northwest Territories, and one day it's all set up. The LA staff's waiting for us there.
And then the Disneyland staff have been very understanding. They donate everything at Disneyland so they can kind of come in and take over?
Well, they donate the kids' tickets for the volunteers and everything. We still have to raise money for that. And, and for each organization, for each kids, 5, 6 kids that come, we bring one person from their organization.
So this isn't for their parents. This
no,
is
no
just
parents.
For the kids.
Yeah, just for a one-day trip for the kids.
And when did you start this, and where did the idea come from?
The idea actually came from the East, from employees of Air Canada in Toronto, and they decided to give something back to the community. And what better opportunity to be Air Canada employees to work through the airlines. And in the East, they do trips to Disney World, and in the West, we do them to Disneyland.
So the Air Canada staff then, Gary, you volunteer your time, everybody from the pilots?
The pilots, the flight attendants, the ground staff. We get help from Customs, Canada Customs, U.S. Customs. Everybody kicks in, and the commuter airlines such as Air BC and Northwest Territory and WT Air, they help out. It's a family corporation thing, and it's for the kids, and they have a great time. It starts at 4 in the morning and ends at 2 later on.
Oh,
so it's
it must be
day.
A very long day for them. As we see some of the pictures of those happy children.
That was the first year we went, and we joined Vancouver the first year. We took 6 kids from Edmonton the first year, and the second year we ended up taking 50 kids, and then we're upping the number this year again. So that was outside.
Outside the plane getting ready to board on?
No, that was when we landed in Disneyland, and that's just a small part of the group. We did a float this year, the Dreams Take Flight float. We put it in the Klondike Parade, and it was Calgary that built the float.
Oh, isn't that
employees.
wonderful?
This is last year when we landed at Disneyland and took a group picture before we started our day. These kids are all from the Firefighters Burn Unit Society.
How are the children chosen, Barbie, to be able to go?
For us as employees, we make the decision which organizations we'd like to choose, and then we go back to the organizations, give them criteria, the age we're looking for. It's a one-day trip, so they have to be healthy enough to go for the day. We took kids from the Glen Rose Hospital last year. They all had cerebral palsy, but it's a long day, you know, and you're carrying them because a lot of these kids can't walk. That's what they look like on the way home, all of them.
No doubt after that long of a day, but I would imagine, as we talked about Dreams Take Flight, this is a dream for many children.
Yeah.
Oh, it sure is.
They'd never go to Disneyland otherwise.
Well, it's really nice because it's uncles at large, big sisters, big brothers, and it hits a cross-section everywhere.
Boys and Girls Club.
Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
Geez, you know, we're going to take a break, and although we can't, myself and adults, can't take the Dreams Take Flight program down to Disneyland, there is something that we can do that I think for many of us is a dream. We can make your dream come true right after this quick break. We'll tell you more about it, so don't go away. We'll be back with Day by Day in just a moment. And we are back this morning with Barbie and Gary, 2 Air Canada employees who volunteered their time each year to help organize the Dreams Take Flight campaign. And this is where special needs children get to go to Disneyland for the day. The next trip is going to be in October. But if you're an adult like me, or even kids that maybe can't take this flight, but you have your own dream flight, how about in a legendary Lockheed 10A aircraft? Now, that's a big title, Gary. Is it a big plane?
No, actually, it's a small plane. It's a 7-seater.
seven-seater.
Seven-seater, yeah, and it was Air Canada, or TCA in those days, Trans-Canada Airlines, got the plane in 1937, so it's one of the original planes from Air Canada. If anybody's ever seen the movie Casablanca, it really looks like that airplane that was in the movie with Humphrey Bogart.
So that right there, we're looking at it.
Yeah.
This is the actual aircraft
That's
that we
it.
can go on.
Yeah, that's it. During the Air Canada bought the plane in 1937, and at the beginning of the war, all the planes went to the Canadian forces, and then Air Canada kept track of the airplane over the years and used it first in 1962 for their 25th anniversary, and then back in 1987 for their 50th anniversary. And we're not using it's used for as an ambassador for Air Canada, so we use it for fundraising and for air shows. And in the winter, it stays at the Western Canada Aviation Museum in Winnipeg.
Okay, so you're bringing it to Edmonton. This is
Yeah.
coming up in a couple of weekends, August 25th to the 27th. And people can actually purchase a ride on that aircraft with all the money then going back to the Dreams Take Flight program for the kids.
They sure can.
Great.
It's $40 per person, and there's 7 seats. And if a corporation wants to take the airplane, it's $350 for the corporation. And that includes, we'll throw in a T-shirt for your memory here.
The Dreams Take Flight Lockheed 10A with the aircraft picture right on there. That is perfect. Hey, great.